Welcome to MacroEdtech. Today is day number 4 of our 30 days revision series on UPSC Civil Service examination, especially the prelims, and we are talking about paper number 2, that is Csat. In today's session, once again we will solving 4 important questions to strengthen your concepts and improve your problem solving speed. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Let's start with question number 1. What is the sum of all 4-digit numbers less than 2000 formed by digit 1, 2, 3 and 4 where none of the digit is repeated? It means all the digits should be distinct, and here first we will make range because all the numbers should be less than 2000, means greatest number would be 1999, but as per question all digits should be different and first number must be greater than 1000. Why? Because that is a minimum 4-digit number. Now as per condition, all digits should be distinct. So we can take a reference number 1234, 1234. Now we'll see other possible cases. So we already assume our first number is 1234, 1234. And position of 1 will always be fixed because we have to find number less than 2000. And we can now change 2, 4, 3. Now second number could be 3. Now again change. Now as per the question, we have to sum all, or we need sum of all the possibilities. So this is clearly we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 6000. Then 200, 200, 400, 300, 300, total 1000. Now plus 800, 400 and 400. So there will be total 1800. Now next we have to add the remnants 34, 43, 42, 24, 23 and 32. So at the end we will get around 198. So now we can add 6000 plus 1800 and 198. So what will be our answer? 8, 9, 8 and 1, 9, 6 plus 7. So 7998 is our final answer. Now question number 2. This is typical CSET type question where we have statement and then which one statement is sufficient, statement 1, statement 2, both or none. So now let's start with question number 2. In a party, 75 persons took tea, 60% took coffee and 50% took both tea and coffee. No one taking milk takes tea. Each person takes at least one drink. Now line by line we will make Venn diagram. Now as per the instruction by the question, first we will make Venn diagram and we have 75% took tea. So first one, a person who prefer tea. Then second, coffee 60%. Currently we don't know about the milk, but one thing is given, no person takes tea and milk. So this is a 0, right? And both, condition of both means tea and coffee is 15. Tea and coffee, both number of person 15. So with the help of inclusion and exclusion principle, we will get, because we have 75% took tea and this is 60 for coffee, so we'll subtract because it's the overlapping portion. So we'll get total 120. So now what will the total person who attended the party? So it will be 120 plus this portion. And what is this x? X is only milk. Because we already include this 75, this 60, and only x is remaining. So we will add in 120. So this is a total person. Equation for total persons. So total person 120 plus x. So ultimately we have to find out the x, value of x, where x is person who prefer only milk. Now again back to question. How many person attended the party? And recently we derived there is total 120 plus x person attended the party. And statement 1, 50% took milk. So is it possible to give answer how many person attended the party with the help of 50% took milk? Let's check. Again we will make Venn diagram. So this is tea, coffee and milk. Now statement 1 says there is total 50% who prefer milk. And this is already given 60 and 75. And here 15. So as we know that this is a X section, means person who took only milk, and this is this portion milk and coffee, and this is 0 plus X equal to 50. So with the help of only statement 1, we cannot find how many person attended the party. Now we will check statement number 2. Number of person who attended the party is 5 times the number of person who took milk only. So person who took only milk is X. Number of person who attended the party, which is 120 plus X, is 5 times the number of person who took milk only. So 120 plus X equal to 5X, and from here we will get 120 equal to 4X and X equal to 30. Now we will add 120 plus X. So total will be, where X is 30. So total person 150. So this is correct. With the help of statement 2, we can find the correct answer. For better visibility, I attached one final Venn diagram with solution. You can see here where tea is 75, coffee 60 and milk is 50. Now this is very interesting section where you have to find the only section. Only tea is 75 minus 15, because initially we have both 15 tea and coffee. When you will subtract 15 from 75, you will get 60. So this is the only tea section. This is for your concept revision. Now second, coffee. For coffee, we have to first subtract 15 from 60, and then again we saw that there is a overlapping milk and coffee. So there is a 20 person who took milk and coffee, so we will subtract again 60 minus 15 minus 20. So 25 is only portion, only coffee. And in similar way, I already got it, 30 is only milk section. So you can revise this type of question, maybe asked in your CSET examination. Now question number 3 again is a statement type question. So question is P is greater than Q, and we have two statements. Statement number 1, P multiply Q is greater than 0, and statement 2 where P square is greater than Q square. So which of the following is correct in respect of question and the statement? The question can be answered by using one of the statement alone, but cannot be answered using the other statement alone. Second, the question can be answered by using either statement alone. C, the question can be answered by using both the statements together, but cannot be answered using either statement alone. And option D, the question cannot be answered even by using both the statements together. So this is a typical CSET type question. Now we'll see the solution. Now as per the question, is P greater than Q? To check this, ultimately we need to check uniqueness. We would not try to find out any dichotomy or where ambiguous number, but we have to find the uniqueness. So statement 1 says that product of P and Q should be greater than 0. So we'll put here any number. Suppose P is 5 and Q is 3. In this case, P is greater than Q. This is a valid case. If we reverse order, here P is less than Q. This is not valid. Now again, suppose P is minus 5 and Q is minus 3. So now which one is greater than? This is Q. Again, this is not valid. And now if P is minus 3 and Q is minus 5, so here P is greater than Q. This is a valid case. But with the help of statement 1, we cannot find any unique possibility or unique case. So this is an invalid condition. So statement 1 alone is not sufficient to answer whether P is greater than Q or not. Now statement number 2, where we have P square is greater than Q square, or we can write like mod P is greater than mod Q. Now in same case, suppose P is 5, Q is 3, so P is greater than Q. If P is minus 5, Q is 3, again, now Q is greater than P, and if P is minus 5, Q is minus 3, again, Q is greater than P. So here, same like a statement 1, where we didn't find any uniqueness. So this is also not a valid statement. Now what we will do, we will combine statement 1 and statement 2 to find out the uniqueness. Now with the help of statement 1 and statement 2, we will check again to find out the uniqueness. But here's the catch, because we have in second statement, we have mod. So in positive case, it will give, suppose it give P greater than Q. When both negative case, so it will behave differently. Sometimes P is greater than Q, sometimes Q greater than P. So again, results may be different. So what is the correct answer? Even both statements are together not sufficient to answer this question. Now next question. This is also a statement type question. Is P plus Q minus R greater than P minus Q plus R, where P, Q and R are integers? Now statement 1, P minus Q is positive. Statement 2, P minus R is negative. And we have options like previous question. So now we will start writing the conditions and we'll solve. Now as per the question, we have P plus Q minus R is greater than P minus Q plus R. So first of all, we will simplify that because we can easily cancel P to P. Now Q minus R is greater than r minus q, and you can see here 2q is greater than 2r, will cancel. So now our question is q is greater than r? So we'll check with the help of statement 1 and statement 2. So now check, is statement 1 is alone sufficient to answer? Statement 1, p minus q is positive, means p is greater than q. So it is not sufficient to answer our question, because we have to find is q is greater than r, not p is greater than q. So statement 1 is not sufficient. Now we'll check statement number 2, where p minus r is less than 0 or negative, means p r is greater than p. Now this statement is also not sufficient to answer q is greater than r. Now we'll check with the help of statement 1 and 2 together. So now we have condition p is greater than q, simultaneously p is less than r. So now we can easily check that yes, q is less than r. To answer this, we use statement 1 and statement 2. So what is our correct answer? We have to check statement 1 and 2 together to find out the answer. And as per the question, there is q is greater than r? No, q is less than r. This brings us to end of today's session. We covered 4 questions, out of which 3 were statement based. I strongly encourage you to practice more of these type of questions, as they require a clear and structured approach. Applying the correct method consistently will make a significant difference, and that comes with regular practice. So if you need any support, feel free to contact with me on LinkedIn or write your queries at info@macroedtech.com. So keep practicing and stay consistent. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.